This is for the kingdom, yeah. I'm gonna build it up one brick at a time. Ain't got no time to rewind. I'm putting in work, double up on my grind. This is for the kingdom, yeah. I'm gonna build it up one brick at a time. Ain't got no time to rewind. I'm putting in work, double up on my grind. Why do you aim small when you can get it supersized? Why you say you're living but you're looking through dead eyes? Yeah, you say you love yourself, but yet you wear a disguise. You can stomach love, therefore you choose hate. Be careful, all it takes is a whisper of a snake. Be sober, just for the taste, you can lose it all. And even if it takes a crawl, pace yourself and then you stand tall. This is for the kingdom, yeah. I'm gonna build it up one brick at a time. Ain't got no time to rewind. I'm putting in work, double up on my grind. This is for the kingdom, yeah. I'm gonna build it up one brick at a time. Ain't got no time to rewind. I'm putting in work, double up on my grind.
Brick by brick, this is for elevation. You over here, over there, everywhere, this is a delegation. Answers for your questions, is this an interrogation? Man, stop, grab a hammer and tend to your obligations. That's real, tell me.
Double up, double up.
Build it from the ground, now that's what you call a come up. 24 hours, sun up until the sun up. A god will have to die and be willing to raise his son up into another realm, like we walking through portals. Throw off this old flesh and a man can become immortal. I eat this living bread while that piecing together morsels. Y'all blessed front to back in my torso.
This is for the kingdom, yeah. I'm gonna build it up one brick at a time. Ain't got no time to rewind. I'm putting in work, double up on my grind. This is for the kingdom, yeah. I'm gonna build it up one brick at a time. Ain't got no time to rewind. I'm putting in work, double up on my grind. So much crabs in the bucket, they never wanna see us prosper. So I creep up in the hoods, and the Ruach's got me singing black opera. Words so good, cause it changed the atmosphere. They think we doing magic. Yeah. You better get in, cause your awakening is the hottest topic. Yeah. And we got the hook up on the liver water, and ain't no need to cop it. No, but it starts with the family. We are the recipe of this economy. This is for the kingdom, yeah. I'm gonna build it up one brick at a time. Ain't got no time to rewind. I'm putting in work, double up on my grind. This is for the kingdom, yeah. I'm gonna build it up one brick at a time. Ain't got no time to rewind. I'm putting in work, double up on my grind. Chosen people, chosen people. We gotta do better, do better. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. Better, 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 better. Am I my brother's keeper? Yeah. We've got to continue to love one another. Yeah. I'm gonna be here for you like you need water. Yeah. Yeah. You just call me if you need me. Through your struggle, I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you when you're at your lowest point. I'll be there for you I speak life into you, Yahuwah makes no mistakes, got a purpose for you. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. We've got to continue to love one another. I'm gonna be here for you like you need water. Yeah, you just call me if you need me. Through your struggle, I'll be there for you.
Help pick me up when I was weak and out. That's broke. Real talk, that's a reason to smile. Imagine me in disbelief. I wanted to die inherently and purposely. It created the bond, yeah. War without end, it created a style. At my best, when the team involved, ready to fly, that mentality is grabbing me. Wanna know why? When we together, it's a pleasure. I won't let you down, man. If I do, I'm just saying it now. I sell myself into a servitude. Y'all will allow. And if they ever try to comfort you, I reach for the bar. Let me be quiet and get back to the plot.
Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I'm my brother's keeper. You got to continue to love one another. I'm gonna be here for you like you need water. Yeah, you just call me if you need me. Through your struggle, I'll be there for you. Brotherly love.
If I could exclaim like everything you've done for me, everything that compounds into right now, man. And I can't believe we're doing this right now. This is crazy. It means so much to me. I'm your brother for life.
Am I my brother's keeper? You got to continue to love one another. I'm gonna be here for you like you need water. You just call me if you need me. Through your struggle, I'll be there for you.
Like L, real talk. Man, I can't thank you enough for your love, man.
Hey, shalom,
Yo.
shalom, family.
Shalom, shalom.
What's
Oh
going
boy, I
on,
tell
family?
you.
Always got
Hey
something.
everybody.
I know, hey, shalom, y'all doing?
Hey.
Hey, y'all, real
Oh,
quick.
Lou stuck. Oh,
What
you bad.
what
You
happened?
bad.
What happened? What I do?
You was stuck. I mean, it was
Backing up?
stuck on
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Real quick, the big guy is missing today. Lorvins, man, he had to handle some business. So as the good brother and sister, we always try to generally go forward with the show with Lo, but Lo always try to encourage us to keep going. So we decided to go ahead and go this time without him, and keep the big Ike in your prayers. He got some business he's handling, but nothing crazy or nothing like that. So just keep the big Ike in your prayers. But anyway, welcome back. We back to the Off Limits Show, man. It's your J Lutch and my sister.
Your pie Q. Hey y'all. Hey.
That's it, man. We happy to come to y'all. We won't stay before y'all long, but we still wanted to keep on talk about some interesting topics here. We're just gonna keep one topic today with y'all and talk about it, and give us y'all perspectives and y'all thoughts in the comment section. We want to get to the point, Q, and I think we were discussing this with Lawrence. Well, we able to bring out some of the guests, like if we able to drop the link at some point and have people come in and give us their thoughts on the subject that we talk about from here on out. But it'll be whenever the big guy say that's cool to do.
Indeed,
So this the Big Ox channel, man, and we gonna respect the way he run things around here. So
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
so
Third.
so I like so our last trip here, before we go into the topic, we went to St. Louis. We went to the
True.
Hebrew Awards show. This is like 2-3 weeks ago now, something like that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, so we had a great time there, man. We met some good brothers and sisters, and some reoccurring brothers and sisters we get to see as we do our travels here, man. We get to go around doing music, singing the gospel, preaching the gospel, rapping the gospel, whatever we got to do, to get the name of the Most High and keep giving Him blessings, man, and keep giving
Indeed.
Him praise. So Q, so it was your first time, Q, at the
Yes.
Hebrew Awards in St. Louis, meeting Mr. Hebrew and the good things that those brothers and sisters are doing out there. What are your thoughts? What were your experiences?
Oh man, it was beautiful. Like I have never had so many people come up to me and tell me they love me and I ain't know them from nothing. I
Right.
mean, they was just like, man, we feel like we just know y'all. And it was beautiful. I got some emails that they texted me, you know what I'm saying, to give me
Right.
some, what they call it, daily devotion and stuff like that. Man, I mean, when I tell y'all on point, these sisters is on point, and that's something else I pray for. I pray for older sisters who done lived a little bit longer, 30, 40 years, young, older than me, you know what I'm saying, that done seen some things and give me some wise. But it was beautiful. I mean, the people came out. It's just the way they were just recognizing people. People don't do that, and it was just beautiful to see everybody just coming from different states and areas, and because of this man, Mr. Hebrew. Shouts out to Mr. Hebrew one. That was just beautiful. I didn't know what he would look like by his voice, but man,
Right.
like it fit. You know what I'm saying? He was on cool cat. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, Papa Cheesy. Yes, we see you. As you say, you're from the Bermuda. Welcome. This is your first time. Welcome here.
Welcome.
And man, it was just beautiful. I mean, from the picnic, and y'all know I can't eat too much, so I was like, dang, they got cheeky, they got lamb and steak and beef riblets. I don't know what they had, but they had everything I could not eat. But man, everybody enjoyed themselves. It was the love.
We was out there barbecuing in 103, 104-degree weather.
Only Judah. Man, say yeah, it was beautiful though. I really enjoyed it. Yes, indeed.
I see our sister in the comments, Shamaim, man. We met that sister when we were out there.
Yes, indeed.
Shout out to you, sis, man. We love seeing you.
Love you.
See you again, man. Keep doing the thing. We can't wait to see some more of your music, hear more of the platforms, man. The sister Shamaim, y'all, really good sister, man.
Cold-blooded.
We love. What you mean? It wasn't that hot? Yes, it was.
It wasn't that, man. What?
That girl was.
The thing said 100 feel like 111.
It wasn't that hot. You see Elder Jacob? You see how much he was sweating? And that man small.
I'm trying exactly.
No, it was hot.
It was hot.
It was really hot.
She must have had something. What you had? Ice?
No. No, she was chilling. She ain't had no.
No, she was chilling. She was chilling. What she say? Get your life right. If you hot, go to church.
But man, it was a great time out there in St. Louis, man. We can't wait to go back, man. And we have the November, the next event right now, unless there's something else to come up in between, is the great Tribulation Conference in November down there in Tampa with Lorvins and Ron Dalton. So we're gonna be going down there to support the Big Ox, man, and and come down there and support if y'all can, man. Come join us. We would love to see y'all. We had our big sister, man, Joy, all the Joy with us, man.
Oh yeah,
man, she was kicking it with us, man. So we had a great time with Sister Joy as well. So
yes, indeed.
I guess let's just we could talk about the topic. Let's watch the video.
Let's get it. Okay. Let's just go and get into it.
Let's just go into it. And family, join in with us. I got a quick video for us to watch so we could talk about this. So let's just do it real quick.
First brother in jail in 1994. He didn't mind going to jail. He would say, Judge, why are you bothering me? I can go to jail. Just go ahead and do it. I don't want to deal with your probation conditions and your anger management, and I'm not going to talk to the guy that I hit and resolve it so I cannot go to jail. I'll just do the year. We used to pick cotton. Now we are the cotton. We are the product in the system, in the paid prisons that they make money off of. And they count on you guys not being able to handle your emotions. So you go. Not over millions of dollars, not over the health and welfare of your wife and children. Some words. Every brother I sent to prison didn't know what the fight was about. All he knew is how he felt about it.
Man, so this is what we want to talk about. You know, we want to, you muted, sis.
Oh man, that's heavy.
You know, we want to talk about emotional, being an emotional man. And why that's not, you know, at least, and I'll give my opinion, and sis, you can give your opinion as well. You know, I mean, y'all in the comments, y'all chime in as well. We want to talk about why, especially as a black man, right? Especially as a, you know, Afro man, and how we came up in this place. You don't want to be an emotional man. You want to be someone who can manage your emotions, because we're supposed to be leaders. We're supposed to be leaders of our family, you know. And I'm sure this goes beyond just, you know, the black man or the Afro man or the Hebrew man as well, you know. But just men, you know, we're supposed to be leaders, man. And making emotional decisions can put you in a place that you really don't want to be in. You really don't want to be in that place, you know. I know, you know, matter of fact, you know, on the Off Limit Show channel, please subscribe to that channel over there, y'all. We got content going finally. We've been doing reactions. A few of our reactions have been on the sisters. So that's why I was like, man, let's balance this out. Let's talk about our brothers for a second here, you know. And as leaders, you know, especially if you're a man that has a family, you know, wife, children, you know, if you're caring for a mother, if you're caring for a father, you making the wrong move can put you in a position or a place that you're not able to take care of them. You're not able to lead them properly. You're not, you know, being able to be there for your sons and your daughters is important. Being able to be there for your wife is important. You know, if you have an ailing father or mother, being able to be there for them is highly important. You know, we can't be in a place, and this is Hebrew leaders in the community too, right? You know, where we get emotional and we don't know how to work stuff out with a brother or a sister. You know, we don't know how to come and talk correctly with one another. You know, I believe we have to be better in those places. You know, because how can we become a team and work on one another if we don't know how to control our emotions? You know, now this isn't to say, you know, I don't want to get it confused with saying that, you know, we can't have compassion as men, right? You know, like you can't bow your face to the Most High, you know. You can't shed tears in your prayers. I don't want to get that confused with that, you know, because as men, you know, I think it's important, man, to go before the Most High, and whatever you need to get out to him, you say what you need to say to the Most High in your prayer closet, you know.
Exactly.
But out here in the world, man, where they look for anything to deal with us, you know, negatively, you know, and we, our own kind, we look for reasons to deal with each other negatively. You cannot be an emotional man, you know. You know, those are my initial thoughts. Q, what are your initial thoughts on those things?
Man, what the judge was saying, she was hitting it on the nail, especially she's like, they don't even know what they arguing about.
Right.
You know, just off that alone, you know that anything cognitive, like using your mind, has went out the window. So how is it how are you at a place where you don't know what happened, what actually took place?
Right.
That means something is ruling you in a manner that you don't even know what's going on. You already on 10.
Right.
You know, I looked up something when you had told me about the topic, and yeah, I'm gonna go to the world with this one. You know what I'm saying? I can go Bible. I'm gonna go both places.
Yes,
But in psychology today, and this is an article they did maybe back in 2020 22 or something like that. I just took this one part out. It was talking about men's emotions, and they listed the acronym as a HSP. Is a highly sensitive person. So I guess this can go a ton of ways. This can go for women and men,
Right.
but it's an experience. These people experience environmental overload, which can result in an explosion of emotion, such as anger. So when they throw that anger word out there, that's the trigger word for me as of lately, as I've been looking at this and how it deals with the matters of the heart. It's a anger rests in the bosom of a fool. So that unchecked anger that we have laid up in our heart, this is what sets us off. You don't, sometimes we don't know why we set off, but we have not dealt with what is resting in our heart.
Right.
The animosity, the trauma, the regret, the disappointment, the letdown. You know what I'm saying? Things that has happened, traumatic in our family that we think we push it to the back, but really we angry.
Right.
That baseline is anger.
Right.
It's that anger rests in the bosom of a fool. So when you get to acting like a fool, this is an unwise person. You're exactly, you're triggered. It's like somebody don't push your button. You know what I'm saying? That's the
Right.
thing. Push my button.
Right.
That sets you off. That is a explosion. And with men, let's see. Well, I think somebody put the scripture on there. Slow as anger is better than the mighty.
Oh yeah,
That
that
is
was
a calculated. Yeah,
yeah, right
yeah, yeah.
there.
That's a calculated person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a calculated person. And let me see what else I got.
What you
I
got?
already said that scripture. And yeah, I mean, I already said both of the scriptures, and they put the other one up there. But
Right.
that's what I think about when I think about emotions as me. And you can't rule like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As a woman, you being an emotional man, that's not gonna make me believe in you and
Right.
trust in you and you leading people. That's definitely not gonna make anybody believe in you and trust in you,
Right.
because it said, as the king is, so is the people. It
Right.
says that over in the Apocrypha. So if you an emotional man, your whole house emotional.
Yeah.
All your people emotional. You know what I'm saying? And that is not the way to go about it. Like she said, over words.
Yeah.
Like we getting set off over words now.
Yeah.
What happened to sticks and stones may break my bones and words would never hurt me. Like
Well,
we used to say
that's true. But that's because that ain't true. Words hurt. Words hurt.
yeah,
They
they
like
do.
sticks and stones.
Man, hey, and then the Apocrypha it does say that. It say it's people that say words that break at the bone.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is very, very
Words
true.
hurt. Yeah.
That is very, very
They
true.
hurt to
Yeah.
an extension, man. This is why I always say that it's important to if you say something to a brother, sister, you probably shouldn't have said. You said it out of anger, um, go back to that person and apologize,
Right.
man. If you haven't done so, man, like an apology can help heal someone.
Mm-hmm.
It can help them recover. Something that they would it's closure for them. For
Right.
whatever that particular issue was. But we need to caution ourselves on anger and being quick to speak. The scripture says to be slow to speak, but quick to hear.
Mm-hmm.
And so here in my home, I have the saying that if you feeling out of place, you feel the anger, you feel some tension built up, it's don't go off for your emotions and just start spilling all of your thoughts and your words. You're gonna wind up saying something, especially for men, right? You're gonna wind up saying something to your wife or to your child that you can't take back.
Mm.
Like you can apologize for things, but once something is in the air, once they know something that you said is deep, because the scripture says that what comes out of a man's mouth is in his heart. And
Mm-hmm.
so if you let this thing fly out of you, you can do some damage to your children or to your wife, man.
Right.
That's not a place you want to be. That's not a place you want to have her be. You have her doubting herself now, you know. You again, you can apologize, but it had been better had it not been said at all.
Facts.
It'd be better if it not been said at all. And so we have to use the wisdom in that, you know. And so, you know, that leads to another thing I think about, you know, why the scripture talks about a man being double-minded, you know. Why is a man being double-minded, you know? And another scripture saying, you know, we shouldn't be his children getting caught in every doctrine of wind, you know, in Ephesians chapter 4. You know, this is an emotional thing that's happening. This is an emotional thing that's happening. And so when you're being pulled every which directions of your emotions, how can you lead? You know, when children and when women come to a man, they're looking for leadership. They're looking for problem solving. They're looking for whatever the issue is to be solved. And as a man, as a leader, you cannot be in a place where you make an emotional decision. Look, and I'm speaking from experience. Someone who used to always go off of my anger, right? I used to be in the Marine Corps, right? And if you know anything about the Marine Corps, they loud and in your face, they're yelling at you, you know, they're trying to provoke a response. They talk about people and things of that nature, you know. But even as a young man, even though I went through that, I still was responding with anger, you know. Stuff I would do that with my children before, you know. You know, thinking that, oh, I'm trying to make them tough. But you're not recognizing sometimes in the midst of that, you might be saying some things that they might not want to hear or that they shouldn't hear, you know? And so we have to change our mindset, man. Praise the Most High for getting older and gaining some wisdom and understanding, you know, from elders teaching me things like this, you know, about knowing what to come out of my mouth with so that I do not offend the people, you know, that are with me. Who I'm supposed to be one with. I'm not supposed to be one with these people, but I'm offending them all the time.
Right.
Talking to them crazy, you know. And if I show that I'm emotional, man, and I'm double-minded in everything I say and everything I do, well, then what do I expect of them? What do I expect of them who are not a man, who are not the leaders? If I show that as a leader that I'm out of pocket and I'm out of place, what do I expect of my wife and my children?
Right.
You know, so what you thinking, sis?
Man, when you're saying that double-minded, I don't know why it leads me to sobriety, because being sober, you mean is you're not drunk. I feel like a double-minded state is a drunken state, because one end of sober is, it says temperate, right? And the other end of the opposite of being sober is emotional. So I feel like that is a person that is drunk. You know what I'm saying? Like when they say you drunk off the wine of Babylon, I don't think it's talking about real alcohol. You know what I'm saying? I think you drunk because you everywhere with it. You know, you all up in the system. You believe in the system. And some of the sister said, she said, words said in anger are the words most believed. Why is that? They say sober. What's the thing it say? A drunken mind reveals sober thoughts or something like that.
Right.
So like you were saying, that stuff that's laid up in your heart.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's out of the, what you say, out of the heart, out of the mouth proceed what's in the heart.
All right.
So it's when it says to be sober, that it's more than just wine.
Right.
Is you having a single mind. Your mind is just there. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, to not be sober, you get that doubleness going on. Whether you gonna pop off or whether you gonna whatever in the situation, you're gonna be temperate, and you can't be that way. You have to be. It's like a computer process is slow. You know what I'm saying? You know, because them hasty moves is the ones that, when we're not in the right spirit and stuff like that. So I'm agreeing. This is a big topic. I see a lot of dudes. I waste people now. I didn't used to weigh people against like my dad or the dad that raised me, had part in raising me. I weigh them now to those men because I see how much of a man. I can't say they the perfect men, but it'd be a distinct contrast
Right.
of what I be seeing versus how they are. And they older. My dad like almost 60. My other dad that raised me is in his 60s. And they like are solid men. You don't see them. I don't see them getting upset easy. Like they real. It like they almost move slow in a sense.
Right.
But the stuff I be seeing with our brothers, I be like, what?
Yeah.
I weigh it against my fathers, and I'm like, man, I don't think that this look crazy to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think we are very much emotional as people, but especially our men, brothers. We know you angry.
Right.
If sisters will realize how angry that you all are, being how y'all got to go deal with the world and don't have no crazy household. You got to deal with your household. You just got a lot stacked up against you. But I beseech every one of y'all to check your heart. Where you mad at? Do you need to call your mother? Do you have mother issues? Do you have daddy issues? Do you have issues that you would never tell anybody? Who do you really need to talk to?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we need our brothers. Like I'll be the first one to say, we need y'all. We need y'all optimal at that. We need y'all mind sober. And again, I'm not talking about wine and stuff like that. We need y'all sober minded so we can look to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I ask every brother, and teach our sons this. You know what I'm saying? Restore y'all relationships. Restore relationships with your people, especially your mother. I know it's a lot of brothers be having issues with their mothers.
Yeah.
And I know this from experience. And I'm like, and that's why I be on the women, because like you raising these sons, they pissed off. These boys is pissed off from little ages. They upset. What are you doing? Why is this young man so upset? He upset. You know what I'm saying? Where's his dad? Like, he's upset. You know what I'm saying? So we need to be very restorative in our relationships. Women, the ones that have y'all mind, I encourage that. Encourage that restoration with the brothers if they can. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you do have to step back from situations that you're not getting nowhere from. But I got a testimony to that too, because man, I stepped away from situations but still was angry. As long as we deal with that anger part of it, I think we'd just be better off as people. We would be better off as people as long as we deal with the anger part of it.
Yeah. I agree. I absolutely agree. Look, phone going off. I don't know what's going on, but I want to get back to that phone call. But
boy, do y'all see this setup? The phone is the light.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, hey, I'll make it something happen.
Hey,
right.
makeshift. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, we doing what we got to do. It's just better than getting in my boot. Make it happen. I ain't have one of them light fixtures that that people.
Right.
Right.
I'm
supposed to put this phone out with the light on. Boom.
Nah, y'all know my room be dark. I got this. Hey, this thing was just sitting around here. I was like, wow, this.
Right.
It's just been sitting here.
And so look, I wanted to point out this scripture, right? How how something can affect you building, right?
Yeah.
See that Proverbs 18:19.
Harder than one of strength and consonants are like the bar. Yeah, boy, that offense be heavy.
Like just think, like your words, your words can offend a brother. And now you can't win them over. So what if you offended the brother that know how to build houses? the brother, like, you got some land and you trying to help let this man teach these other men, you know, how to build something with their hands, but you offended him because you talking to him crazy and you don't know how to have a conversation with them through your anger, for whatever disagreement that you had. Now you lost that brother.
Yeah.
Now you lost that brother due to something more than likely. I'm telling you, about 80-90% of our problems are petty.
Be extra silly.
Silly
Man.
and petty, man.
That's
Like,
why the Most High say, hey, if you can't judge matters here,
right.
who you expect to be judging later?
Right.
Because I don't think the Most High dealing with nobody emotional. There is no emotional judgment.
Yeah.
Like, what? He's not dealing with it. We say we about the Most High. We say we on the Most High team. He ain't dealing with no emotions.
Yeah.
He dealing with what he said. Because the law is void of emotions.
Yeah.
It's right or wrong.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? I won't say it's void of emotion because they do have laws of jealousy and stuff like that. But
it's,
you know what I'm saying?
You know
what I'm saying?
It's the Torah is really mentioning, like, it's trying to give you help on where those tough situations come in at.
Right.
That's usually what it's pointing into, because it's tough situations, but you still need to be judging righteously even in the toughest of situations.
That's true. Yeah, like T's real said, insecurities and trauma. I'm telling y'all, the mental health in the Black community, we out of there.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's facts.
Because we don't go see people.
Right.
I guess they feel like, oh, it's crazy for us to do so. But who you going to talk to? And then you can't really trust nobody to go talk to, because y'all so gossipy. Y'all telling people business, then y'all fall out because you telling somebody business. They find out you telling their business. We are counselors to our own advantage. Why are we like that? We real crabs in the butt, even in the truth.
Right.
Like we are here. I think that's in the Apocrypha. Like, you will hear somebody, you will run and tell it. Why? Why are we like that? Can't nobody trust in nobody. Then you can't go to leadership. I'm telling you, they'll kick you out if you're dealing with something. They'll kick you out. Like, what is going on?
Part of the, like part of your emotion, like controlling your emotions is also important. When someone comes and tell you things that are secrets to them, and you go and tell someone else that they confided something in you, you can't control your emotions enough to recognize that, hey, this person's pertinent, important information and personal information that they entrusted in me. The scripture talks to you about not being a talebearer. Not being a sharer of secrets. Even if you fall out with this person, right?
Yeah.
You go around
to the grave.
This person's business.
Grave.
Yeah. Yeah. So we break all in our emotions. We breaking all kind of Torah. We breaking all kind of Torah, man. Like this emotions thing, especially for leaders, is a real thing. Right. It will tear apart your home. And so now because you're in your emotions, listen to different doctrines, you're ready to go in this doctrine, you're ready to go in that doctrine. Man, you could be tearing your family apart.
Right.
You could be tearing your family apart, man, not paying attention, thinking that you're trying to give them truth. And look, you should be giving them truth. But you also need to know you got to have patience. You got to have kindness in dealing with these things, right? One of the things that I used to say, man, was when after I went through my ordeal in my situation, man, and I and I went through a divorce, my mindset became heavy, right? My mindset was like, I ain't dealing with no more sisters that's been touched before. I was in my emotions. Like, I'm only gonna deal with a woman as a virgin from here on out, right? Because I understand that there's trauma with a woman who's been dealt with before. But then I thought about it, something that helped me get out my emotions. The Most High don't do that with you. You dirty, nigga. Excuse my language. You dirty. You defiled. Your righteousness is filthy rags. But you willing to do that with a sister? I'm not saying that that you shouldn't have boundaries or standards. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't have a place for a woman to come to and she should respect that. But you need to have an understanding that all of us in this place that we grew up in, man, all of us got some trauma and jacked up stuff that we done
I'm
dealt with.
trying to tell you.
All of us. And so if you
Mhm.
expect perfection, you expect you expect a mistake-free partner, male or female.
Hmm.
I don't know who you about to deal with. I don't know
Okay.
who you about to deal with that's free like that. And if you do,
Mhm.
hey, hallelujah. I praise the Most High if you do. I want that for any of us.
Mhm.
But more than likely, the reality of it is that you're more than likely not.
Right.
And so I can expect something that I can't even give to the Father myself. I can't even offer myself up clean, a clean, untouched, undefiled sacrifice because I done some dirty, stupid stuff in my life. I done a bunch of dumb stuff.
Mhm.
And so for me to expect that from a woman is stupid of me because how can I receive mercy if I don't give
Don't
it?
give it.
How can I receive it if I don't
I,
give it?
my.
Come on, Q. Come on.
I'm just saying, like, I'm with everything you saying, and I want to go back to the point where you was talking about you was looking for a clean woman.
Mm-hmm.
80% of black women been touched. Listen to this. Look at the design of the Most High. So I'm not saying that's his design, but look
Right,
at
right.
the
Now I know what you're saying.
judgment.
Come on.
Look at that. Look at the judgment there. 80% of our women done been messed with. You're looking at one. You know how many layers and how many years that take to unravel?
Yeah.
Listen, it takes us a whole bunch. Some sisters that never speak about it, the statistics said that. They said these are as children. Yeah, they've been touched as children.
Right.
Exactly, T. So all that stuff we gotta. It's like the men, the brothers got something going on in their child, and the women got something going on in their child.
Yeah. Yeah.
And guess what? We more emotional, so we act out. We act that stuff out. A
Right.
man would normally, okay, if he ain't, Mr. Sodom and Gomorrah, he don't know how to communicate.
Right.
He shut down. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just it's a lot that we have to all filter through in our childhood, on up to being a teenager, on up into adulthood. And guess what? If you ain't never been taught nothing, you learn hard lessons
Right.
in this life. I mean, my granny used to say, "Hey, you gonna buy that one?"
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
done paid for so many lessons. I should have a stock out there called lessons. I,
Right.
yo, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like seriously, like it's crazy. And
Yeah.
that I think you said another point. It's that being touched by black men. Mostly black men are trying to blame the black woman, and black men sold black women and children to be touched to the white. Listen,
That's a
it's
whole.
crazy.
Ooh,
It's a
it
whole
gets
different.
deep. It gets deep.
It gets real deep.
It gets deep. It gets
Like
deep.
I really want to do a show just on that,
Yeah.
to
We
show people how deep it is, because some of these sisters will never tell y'all. And guess what? When they tell y'all, it's like, oh, let's sweep that under the rug. We got to sweep it under
yeah.
the rug mentality.
Yeah. Yeah.
But back to this sharing stuff with people. It said confess your faults one to another that you
That's
may
right.
be healed.
That's right. Right. And
We
then,
have
then
to
look.
get. Oh,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
go
Go ahead,
ahead.
Q. Go. No. No. Come
Go.
on. Come on.
You sure?
Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Come on.
I'm
I'm
just
a little
saying
after you.
we have to get to a point where we start trusting in one another like that, where we actually start healing one another and not steadily, furtherly offending them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only way that we're gonna be able to get this thing together quickly, actually.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, go ahead, Lutch. That's all I want to say.
Nah. So again, as the leaders, right? As the leaders, as the men, right? So what should you do with the women, right? What should you do with a woman when you get a hold of her and she's underneath you? Now she's underneath your covering. How should you do it? How should you do it, right? Well, the scripture give you that. It give you that right here, right? Give you that right here.
Zoom it in on the
Wait a minute, you
thing.
you gonna have to teach me how to zoom, Q. Hold on.
Go to the dots that's in the corner or the right hand corner.
This one.
It's I don't know. I can't really
Hold on,
see it.
let me see. Let me see.
Put it got a zoom feature.
Oh, zoom. Got you.
Yeah. Go. Yeah. One more time. See if you do one more
One
time.
more.
Bam. There. Yeah. That's
Good,
good.
right there.
Mhm.
Good. So it says right here, in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 25 through 27, it says, husbands, love your wives, even as Hamashiach also loved the assembly and gave himself for it, that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word. He's telling us this is how we should love our wives. So when he's telling you to cleanse something and sanctify it by washing it, by giving her the scriptures, right? Is that not something that he's not doing with us as men? Is that not something he's doing with us as men? And so when you cleanse something so that you could present it, verse 27, that he might present it to himself a glorious assembly, not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that it should be holy and without blemish. So the Most High cleans us up. He cleans us up so he can present us to himself. So, and this is the command that's given to us to do to our wives. Cleanse that woman. It's your job. Yes, man, as a leader, you have more responsibility than a woman. That's the truth of it. I'm sorry. Yeah, you the king. You wear the crown, but I'm sorry. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. You gotta wear it. You gotta wear it. And so you must act like it. You must move like it. You gotta believe in that. Yeah, again, I'm not saying you excuse anything a woman does when she does something that she don't have no business doing, but a lot of times a woman's actions be reflective of her actions. A lot of times, I'm not saying she don't have her times where she don't, but a lot of times it is reflective of our actions. Man, you got to eat that, man. That's a hard pill to swallow. Man, have your vittles today. Eat your vittles today. Eat your vegetables.
Okay.
But this is what it is, man. This is what it comes to, man. If you gonna be a leader of a home, yeah, more than likely, when you get with a woman these days, you get with a wife this day, and you begin to be her covering, you're gonna have some cleansing to do. You're gonna have some cleansing to do.
That's the word.
That's the word.
Look at Adam. He had something to do.
He had something to do.
When he landed here, he had something to do. Hey, manage this.
Yeah.
Manage this garden here.
That's it.
I need you to manage this. So whatever he had to do, he had to water it, he had to cultivate it, he had to prune it. He had to do all these things for it to be beautified. And it said the word, it said about a washing of the word. The word is alive. So, brothers, like if you ain't got no life up in you, you ain't gonna issue no life into her.
No, facts.
That means everybody gotta be getting cleaned up.
Everybody.
That means you have to be alive. It can't be no dead thing up in all them dead situations.
Right.
The brothers gotta get it up out of there. Sisters, don't be holding on the dead situation. Let life permeate you. Let your man get rid of that. It's baggage. It weighs us down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It weighs us down. So man.
This is why it's like it's important. Like you could go in on a woman, what the sister said, cause effect. She talk about the men going in on the women, right? This is all of our issue.
Yeah.
The women have their issues, but men, we dirty too. That's the facts, man. If we're gonna face reality, man, let's swallow these hard pills, man. You know why? Because they're gonna make us better. they're gonna make you better as a man. Man, listen, man. You made mistakes, fam. You got all kind of faults, but accept them.
Right.
Accept them. We got to get better at accepting that we're just jacked up. You got
Like
to
straight
accept it, man.
jacked up like a car being towed.
Right.
We
You
jacked.
jacked. Man, you totaled.
Hey, we out of
totaled.
here like we trying to get the depreciation value so
Right.
we can.
Facts.
You go buy a new one.
Yeah,
We
but
need a new car smell because we all got
right,
it's popping in the back and everything.
right, but sis, who can be restored?
Ooh,
Who
that's
can
what
be
I'm talking about.
restored?
That's why
You
this
know,
my
we
brother.
all
I
know
ain't
we're a
gonna lie.
train wreck, but who can be
That-
restored?
who gonna take on that?
Right. Right, man. Who gonna step up to the plate and say, I can no longer let this trauma make me treat this man like this. I can no longer let this trauma or my previous marriage make me treat this woman like this. I messed up then. Let me be right now.
Who
When you
can
have
be
a mess up,
restored?
man, I'm telling you, accepting is the best thing. I always say, man, the hardest thing for Israel to do is the mirror check.
Boy, ugly in that mirror.
It's ugly.
Some of y'all ain't putting no Windex on that mirror, nothing. Some of y'all got the crack going right through the mirror. You don't want to see yourself. That is the hardest place to be. I'm telling you right now. That is the hardest place to be, to see yourself. But when you see yourself, you say, Father, I'm jacked up.
Yeah.
I see me. Yeah. I see what you see in me.
Yeah.
But I'm on to the plan that you have for me.
That's it, man. And what we got to talk about, you know, because I don't want to stray too away from the emotional topic that we're dealing with, but we're going to have to get to talking about, man, as a leader, how do you create an environment for your wife? How do you create an environment for that flower to grow?
LUTCH got that sauce. LUTCH got that
environment. You man, it's something to be said, man, because I had to go through trial and error to learn. You got to create an environment for a woman to grow. And man, and when that woman grow, man, the most beautiful flowers you can pick from the soil.
I'm trying to tell you.
The most beautiful flowers you can pick from the soil, man.
And one thing about it, you got to know what season it is. It said a word in due season.
That's right.
Man, you have to know when it say dwell with her according to knowledge.
Yeah.
I can only think that you have to drop stuff in seasons for her. That is a part of cultivation.
Yeah.
Because too much, think about it. You remember Granny water my plants. She used to tell me go water them plants. But don't put too much water in it.
Yeah.
Or you're going to kill it.
Yeah.
I remember my granny telling me, and I was just up there. And if I put too much water in her ivory plant, that dang on ivory sit there, get the leaning and everything.
Yeah.
You gotta, it's in due season. And sisters, we have to be ready in our season. We have to be ready. You got to be ready. You got to be open.
That's fine.
Your soul just got to be as much as ready as his words in due season. What he planned is in due season.
Yeah.
That's the relationship between the, you know what I'm saying, the cultivator and the soil.
Yeah. And then, you know, so you got to think, right? What do herbs and seasonings and all this stuff come from? They come from plants. So guess what? If you take care of that flower correctly, man, you could take that seasoning from that flower.
I'm trying to tell you.
She gonna add all kind of flavor to you, fam.
I'm trying to tell you on some mushrooms. Y'all know I ain't
Come
eat
on,
chicken.
Man. She gonna add all kind of flavor to you. But
true.
You gotta grow her properly.
Right.
You gotta grow her properly, man. So you know, all this from the emotional aspect of a man, the words that you tell her, the things that you could do to offend her, the things you can say to hurt her. You know, you have to be, man, listen, they are emotional creatures. They'll go off.
Yeah. And women stop provoking. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
We gotta, I know we dealing with emotional men, but I can't do nothing without the want man.
Come on, tell it.
y'all just as linebacker backs out here as anybody else. Stop. Yo, I'm just saying, we be tough.
Oh
We be
man.
some tough sisters.
Yeah.
Stop pushing that man's buttons. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't believe in him when y'all in the relationship or before the relationship, hey, that's your problem you're going to have to deal with. But stop provoking these men. You are to be a helper. That is your job, helper. You are to you bring something to the table. You the cheerleader for this man. You ain't, and I ain't saying you got to be walked up on or nothing like that, but you cannot be provoking. All that, you know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to hit, because once you in a relationship, what it say? Familiarity breeds contempt. You can't be soften up a bit.
Oh, let me hit the show button. Let me hit the show button.
Like,
Come on, sis.
soften
Come
up
on,
a
sis.
bit.
Come on, sis.
Because it say the law of kindness be at her lips. It's some stuff that you can say to get your farmer to go crazy. He gonna go nuts.
Oh, she preached her. Let me hit the mute button. Come on, give me talking, sis.
I'm just saying he gonna go nuts. Sisters, I know. Listen, I done had so many. Oh, I mean, we do that. The neck rolling. Listen, I still got a neck roll in me, but I have to place it. I have to place that on the back burner. That is the power. We got so much power as women. That's power in silence. That's power in being suggestive. And guess what? Can't no man outwoman you. So it ain't no need to compete with him. We be in competition. And we don't have to be. Because he can't outwoman you. So that the sister told me this long ago. As long as we stay, if we stay in our position, it's a powerful position. Stop provoking these men. Stop pushing their butt. Listen, if a man come home to a cheerleader every day, you don't think he gonna go get a trophy? He going to get it, sis. It's cause and effect. So while they're making the environment, you also have to work on the environment. He cannot have a hostile environment in and out the house. He gonna be at war. He got PTSD. He's shooting up everything.
Yeah.
You ever heard the thing go postal? He going off on you. He ain't dealing with the kid. He going off on a boss. He about to lose his job. So we got so much. We got so much in us. Like, listen, I'm learning too. Cause I was even on that. I was even on that weaker vessel tip. Yeah, and I get it. Yeah, we are the weaker vessel. Dwell with her according to knowledge, but man, we are powerful.
Yeah.
We are powerful within our, you know what I'm saying, within our responsibilities. That's all I got to say to y'all.
Man, hey.
Back on the men.
This is I love this, right? Because I think our sisters need to hear it from a sister, right? Our sisters need to hear you. Listen. You should be listening to your covering, right? You should be listening to your head. You should be listening to your husband. But there's nothing like a wise sister talking to another sister, right? Hearing some words of wisdom from a sister, someone who's been through it, right? So that you don't have to go through those same things, right? And the same thing from my brother, man. I have plenty of experience. Lorvins got plenty of experience, man. Been married over such and such years, We want to be able to say, hey, man, here are our mistakes. Here are our mistakes. Don't repeat these things. Right? Don't repeat these things, because you can be better in your marriage. You don't have to go through a divorce, right? Let me tell you, man, divorce rips everything apart, man. It rips everything apart. It rips the children apart. It rips the woman apart. It rips the man apart. I don't care who's been through it and make it seem like they okay. No, man, you've been through some trauma. And the longer you've been married to that person, the more it hurt, man.
Right.
But praise the Most High, fam. Praise the Most High for healing. Praise the Most High for healing, man. Some people go through that stuff, and you can see how they treat their next mates that they haven't recovered from the previous. You don't want to be that person, man.
Mirror check.
Mirror check. Mirror check.
You gotta be in it
Got
daily.
to.
It's a
Got to.
self-examination. Like that's a daily thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And another thing. Stop going to bed at night, be angry at people. Especially the person that you're supposed to inherit a crown with.
Yeah. Yeah.
That right there, that would do more damage than it will good. Well, because both of y'all ain't talking, guess what? Later, a month or two, y'all ain't gonna be talking for real. Be that person that don't have to be the macho person.
Yeah.
You say, I'm sorry, I love you. If there's anything I did wrong, just we ain't talking about, you ain't gotta hold no conversation. You ain't gotta hold in love.
Yeah.
Love covers a multitude of things.
That's right.
You have to like that person enough to say, you are my friend. I love you. I need you. Cause it ain't nothing out here. I promise you. Being out here alone sucks.
Nah.
It's hard. It sucks and it's hard.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Get through better.
Do not
man. You
listen.
Get through better.
I done had somebody down me overnight, and it was my aunt because I was mad. You know that when I tell you that junk hurt. So that don't let the sun set on your wrath. It's because you don't know what tomorrow gonna bring.
Yeah.
You don't know if your mate gonna exit that door and get in a wreck and be out of here.
Right.
So our situations and that silly stuff that we be going through, it's not even worth it. It's not worth that heartache when you got to deal with that.
Right.
And people deal with that every day, y'all. They take seeing somebody for granted. I did it. And especially in the home where you're trying to raise children, that you should work on that environment every day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work on this environment so my children know that this is the environment you're supposed to have when you have a family.
Correct.
And how to work on that environment. Which I think of that all the time when I'm angry and not speaking with a son. Yeah, you have to, because it's real. You don't know. I done been through it. When I tell you I was the person sliding down the wall, rolling in the grass, no, I knew better.
You know, when you're angry, right? It's a time period when you're angry, especially depending on how long you've been angry, right?
Mm-hmm.
I used to experience this when I was angry with someone, and there's time periods of things happening with them. And then when you stop being angry with them and you go talk to them finally, it's like you have to catch up on all the things that you miss, right? They tell you, oh, this happened and that happened. Dang, that happened. Dang. You know, some important events be happening in the midst of your anger because you ain't cleared things up.
You missing life.
You missing some important stuff because you in the middle of anger. Man, emotional, man, we can't do it. We can't do it. I don't want to sound like we beating a dead horse, but we can't do it. We gotta be men of making logical decisions. We have to make logical decisions, you know? And I know a lot of that stuff comes from, man, a lot of us have been raised by single mothers.
Yeah.
A lot of us have been raised by single mothers and raised by emotional men.
Yeah.
A lot of us have been, you know? You know, I done seen the drunk uncle on the corner talking crazy with the bottle of liquor in his hand with the brown bag. Cause he can't get past his own situation, but he is trying to give you advice.
He angry.
He
not sober. Man, unchecked. It's unchecked. The heart go unchecked. It says, search my heart. That should be a daily prayer for us to search our hearts, man. Because do you want this life or not? Because this is a whole totally different life versus the world.
Yeah.
Checking me every day. Because you want to believe that ain't nothing wrong with you. Everybody want to believe that you're right. There's a way that's sent right to man. Exactly. It's heart surgery every day.
Every day.
Every day is heart surgery. Lay on the table every day.
I was getting ready to say you gotta lay on the table every day.
Okay.
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah, lay on the table and it's gonna suck. We
gonna
talking about no anesthesia. Lay on the table every day. Father, fix my heart. Fix my heart, which goes to my mind. All this, like, it just works.
Yeah.
But I ain't got nothing else to say.
Man, no. That I was getting ready to say I'm done, man. Listen,
I'm done.
I just want y'all to get the perspective, man. Look into, especially as a man, check your heart, check your emotions. The people around you. If you are a father and a husband, people are counting on you.
Right.
People are counting on you to make better decisions. They're counting on you, man. Even when they come to you in their emotions, oh, I need you to do this and do that, but it's not logical for you to do. It's not the right thing to do. You might have to deny them, but for the better of your family, you might. Nah, that's not a good idea. Nah, we can't do that right now.
Right.
Because you succumb into emotions. You can't do that. You can't do that. You have to make right decisions, and you can't be led by emotions all of the time.
Right.
And so I speak that to any man that's listening. I speak it to myself. I know the big guy Lorvins approve, man. Man, let's continue this journey, man, building together, man. I'm grateful for all of y'all who came in, man.
Yes.
Able to listen, have a great conversation with us, man. It's a good idea to talk about these things so we can heal. You need to be better. Women, be better for your husbands. Husbands, be better for your family. We need you. I need my brethren, man. I look up to some great brothers, man, who are not in their emotions about everything that they do. Which taught me. I got around some brothers, man, that taught me that, hey, make some better decisions. Hey, be accountable for your actions. Make sure that when you go into something, it's a responsibility to go in something. You don't just do it. And whenever you're doing something, whatever you're doing, you better learn. And this, my aunt Lorvins, man, you better learn to count the costs. You better learn to count the costs, because everything comes with a cost, whether it's a light cost or it's a heavy one.
Right.
But as a leader and a man, heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Right.
If you're leading, I'm sorry, the crown's heavy. You're gonna have to make some decisions that you don't like sometimes. But is it beneficial to your family? Is it beneficial to your wife who's dependent on you? Is it beneficial to you so that you ain't getting caught up in jail and get, man, like Judge Lynn told him, man, these men in jail, they don't even know why the argument started in the first place. Because this anger is blinding you. You're in a blind rage.
Right.
So, man, that's all I got, family. Any last words you got for the people, sis?
I ain't got nothing. You said emotional men. Well, women, stop making these men emotional too. Stop offending them. It's like women done started wars. You understand? So don't be starting a war in your own house. Be that person that he can come and talk to and get that stuff up off of. Be that confidant. Somebody he can confide in. You know what I'm saying? If you see an area you with a man that maybe you feel like, something's going on. Listen, anger rests in the bosom of somebody who's doing unwise things. So, sisters, while y'all play detective anywhere else in life, checking phones, checking emails, I done been there. Checking length of walk time. Well, it don't take that long to walk to the mailbox.
God, dog.
Search your. Listen, y'all already know I do stuff like. yo, go sit down, baby. This boy, no, sister, no, really, no. Go sit down. Okay, here, I get it. We gonna
go.
Search it. Yeah, search search the brother out just as well. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
With that, shalom. I love you all. Peace and
Hey,
blessings to
shalom,
you.
shalom, family.
You know, mercy over grudges, forgiveness over feelings. And yeah.
And that's it. And with that said, man, you know, we give as usual, we leave with the two greatest commandments. Love the Most High with all our heart, soul, and mind, and love thy neighbor as thyself.
Facts. Love
Shalom,
y'all.
family. Love y'all. Have a good one.
Bam. Went out with some music.
Yeah.
Which one of y'all got a brand new life? What do you think? Who gave what?
Who gave me a brand new life? I got a brand new life. I'm just trying to live right. I'm on the other side. I'm tired of living a lie. Forgive us, sometimes we don't know what we do. I know only with your love we can make it through. Toxic friendships, relationships, and heartbreaks. So much hatred and envy, just to name a few. Sometimes you don't know what someone's going through. Quick to judge your heart so cold, what's wrong with you? You lacking patience, you say you got this.
What he say?
Reading the word, but you really don't believe it. I got a brand new life. I'm just trying to live right. I'm on the other side. I'm tired of living a lie. I got a brand new life. I'm just trying to live right. I'm on the other side. I'm tired of living a lie.
I was tired of being stressed out. Coming soon out the womb, cocoon. New. Even when I put my best out, feeling like it was cruel, I'm a fool. Who? Went to another dimension, let me out of detention. They was doing divisions, I was paying attention. Got to study your scriptures, only for me to figure we was on some tradition. Ooh. Not to mention that the closest to me threw a coop. Silly kid, chicken heads, put me in the coop. It was hard to see when I was in, need out of view. That the animals around me was in a zoo. We live a life where everything is affected. Nomads, we've been traveling for so long. Nowadays, people travel to the altar with the gun in the hand. You a soldier, but now I need everything. Sunshine in the rain, it could be a scary thing. I'll never do the same again. Y'all who should be my only kid. My realm is where I reign. Laws in the fireplace, brand new house and a brand new mind. Brand new bounce with a brand new child. There's a brand new son and a brand new bride. Yeah, my brand new wife. Now it's no more strife. There's a brand new life.
I got a brand new life. I got a